Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and this special report as we wait the markets to open
Very
up
soon I'll be closing the door.
The first weekend after the war between Israel and Iran has erupted. So we're going to keep an eye on developments as they occur with the market specifically here as they react over the events that has happened over the weekend here. Now, gold has not gone up as much as some people thought it would, but we're going to keep an eye on it. Appreciate you guys being here. We're going to get right into some of these comments, and then we're going to get right back into the broadcast here, or into the markets as they open up. It takes about 2 minutes for them to propagate over there on Kitco's site. Appreciate you guys being here. We got bullion Brent. I want a Trump silver round, but I'm afraid that half the market won't want it simply because he's on it. We're seeing it already with King Chuck on the Maples of Britannia's. Yes, you're right. Any kind of divisive figure certainly will have a limited market for sure, and understandably so. However, I will say probably likely, the sovereign coins, it's unavoidable. You're going to have to, there's so many of them out there. If you want to collect that series, you got to have them. But I certainly understand it. There's a whole lot more pushback with King Charles than Queen Elizabeth, for sure. All right, very good. Glad you guys are here with us. Let's get into a few more, then we'll look at the markets. The Shadowwork says, end the Fed. Indeed, that's right. This video from this morning about what Trump could do to cause gold and silver to skyrocket. If his influence is as great as some people think, who knows? But I have a feeling probably that's not going to happen. But anyways, check that video out. I posted it this morning if you get a chance. Glad you guys are here. Silver Shelby is here. Niels Hahn Dynasty, Michael K, Jax Caldwell, good folks with us tonight. Dan W is here. THS, one more slurp. And Farking Icehole is with us as well. Good to see Matt Wings is here. Matt, good to see Anonymous. So Donald Duck must be really certain that the U.S. has its gold in Fort Knox because then the duck can revalue it. There you go. Yes, indeed. All right. We'll see. Gold likely is there, but it'd be nice to get some validation in an actual audit of legislation that has been released or introduced for that to that effect. We'll see if it happens. Gold opening here up $9.29. Silver opening 3 cents down, it looks like. So there's where the markets are right out of the open. Platinum is down 2, palladium down 1. So that's where the markets are open right now here. Noam Avraham Dudai is here. Be safe there in Israel. Apparently missiles are launching everywhere there in to the south, to the north, Galilee. All around. Silver now is up 2 cents. Gold is up $10.40. So this isn't a dramatic move right out of the starting gate, but enough that the world is taking notice. The markets are taking notice here. Platinum is down 2. Palladium down 4 right now. So we're going to keep an eye on this, but it looks like gold and silver indeed are up a little bit here. Both metals are. And gold certainly outshining all the metals right now in the quick little bit of time that it has been opened. As we continue to watch things, good to see you guys here. Tom Miller is here. CoinShop Chris is here. Shouted him out in yesterday's video. But here we go. Let's get into some more comments. We'll revisit that and also get some of the latest about what's going on with Israel and Iran. William Delani says, I would guess China. They're wrong again. Yes, indeed. You won't believe who just bought all the 2024 Silver Eagles. Yeah, that was a little while ago when that happened. But yes, indeed. Thank you for watching that video. Jason8775 on the Trump video I posted this morning about what he could do to cause gold and silver prices to skyrocket. If you've not seen that video, I hope you will check it out. He will. And then it will be overshot by people wanting him to fail and will then normalize and start to come down. Then everyone will say he is involved in fixing the price. I agree the dollar long term is a mess and has been for a while. Also, it is true liberals are talking up the good price in order to profit themselves. Liberals are also quietly buying up the stock market. Yeah, and I think it's not necessarily akin to one group or another ideologically. I think a lot of people are talking up the market to some extent. But anyways, Good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you guys are here with us tonight. A good crowd already. And by the way, if there's anybody here that's not subscribed to the channel, I hope you will consider subscribing. But I will only encourage you to subscribe if you enjoy daily videos providing precious metals content, news, analysis, but also silver and gold stacking tips and interesting stories about gold and silver. I hope you will consider subscribing. So yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Welcome, Atomic Rooster. Love Button is here. And with Love Button comes the trifecta, Pudenda Johnson and Jen Italia is here. That's Italian, by the way. All right, very good. Let's get one more, then we'll take a look at the markets again. We've got Mark Amberg, 803062. Says the following here. They don't even teach about a corrupt monetary system in mandatory public schools, so the hoople heads don't even understand how bad they're being cheated, manipulated, deceived, and betrayed by the money powers that our leaders serve. Exactly right. And they haven't taught it in a long time. You're exactly right, for sure. All right. Good point. Good point indeed. Slurping away in some coffee. Glad you guys are with us here tonight. And let's see here. All right. Paul Tissue, I will be doing a revised precious metal or silver forecast video. Stay tuned for that. Sabinator is here. Welcome, Sabinator. Good to see you. Carrie Taryn is here. Appreciate you guys. Let's do one more, then we'll take a look at the markets here. I've got yesterday's hero. Says silver will outperform gold as the industrial silver trade was faulty as it was war trade for gold. We will discover that a regime change in Iran is a real possibility, not World War III. That being said, gold could correct and take silver down with it, and we shall see. Yes, it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Very good. All right. So let's see here. Let's take a look at the markets now and see where they reside. We've got everything now is up. Gold is up $10.62 right now to $3,443.83. Silver is up 9 cents right now to $36.44. Platinum is now went from negative to positive. It is up $8 to $12.46. And palladium is up 3. No movement in rhodium. But good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you guys are here. Appreciate you being here, Tom Larson. Glad you guys welcome, and I apologize. It's a pretty big crowd, or large enough crowd. I apologize if I don't get a chance to answer all your questions in here, but we will make it through here. We're gonna see what's going on in the latest news, and right now the latest out of the situation with Israel is that Israel has just struck surface-to-surface missile sites in central Iran. They're conducting strikes on surface-to-surface missile sites in central Iran. Earlier in the evening, they struck some sites in western Iran. These are the ones that are sending those big hypersonics or near hypersonic missiles that Iran has penetrated the Iron Dome. They are now going after those, and they've also made a strike on weapons production sites in Iran as well. They are doing a wide-scale wave of strikes on Sunday, targeting several weapons production sites in Iran, according to the Israeli military. The strikes destroyed infrastructure belonging to the Quds Force, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and the Iranian military in Tehran, according to the Israeli Defense Forces, the IDF. Numerous weapons production sites across Iran were targeted. So we'll see how this plays out. Notwithstanding, Iran has made surprising progress in striking in the heart of the Israeli defense, pretty much their version of the Pentagon. They've done some damage there. Other buildings and sites have been destroyed, targeting both civilian and military infrastructure and intelligence places as well inside of Israel. So it's been the Iron Dome has really had a hard time taking out some of this. They've been more effective than I think some people thought they would be. So that's the latest there. As we watch these markets move, in fact, amazingly, platinum has just spiked dramatically here in the last few minutes. I recently did a video, if you guys get a chance to check it out, about how platinum's price could go parabolic. I posted that video yesterday. I think you want to pay attention to platinum now, and I've been talking about it on this channel for a while, but it is now up $20. It is now the winner of the night so far. Went from negative to positive, up 20 to $1,258. It did get hit last week when the prices were corrected on Friday down. It was about $1,300, and now it is $1,258. Gold, though, is continuing to rise, up $11.57 to $3,444. And there is silver up now 7 cents. So they're both moving, both gold and silver, but especially platinum right now. All right. Very good. Let's see here. And let's see what we have going on here. Welcome, B. Taylor. Good to see you. A lot of good folks with us tonight. So we're going to back there. If anything new comes, I'll let you know on the war front. But right now, Israel has been striking surface-to-surface sites earlier in the evening in western Iran and now in central Iran. Hopefully decreasing the possibility that they're able to make strikes with these missiles. Some of them hypersonic or near hypersonic. Eli is here. Good to see you. All right, let's get into this. We've got Annie Oakley, who I believe is with us tonight. And James Smith is here. Good to praying you're doing all right, my brother. Glad you're here, sir. Hanging there, praying for good health for you. Steve LaPointe, Michael K. J.M. Unleashed is here. Welcome, one and all. All right, Annie Oakley. I'm thankful I got my 2 lonely platinum ounces. Glad it's going well, but not getting any more, at least until it drops. Thanks, Al. You, my friend, are always on it. Like the blue bonnet. Thank you so much, Annie Oakley. I appreciate that. And this is the video where I talked about platinum's price that could go parabolic. Which you know the platinum market is volatile, but it is up dramatically here today. In fact, let's take a look at it now. It's up 20. It was up $21. Now it's still up $20. A big move. And gold is up fairly good as well. It's up $13.72. And silver is up 8 cents. And we're going to keep an eye on that. This special report as the war is waging between Israel and Iran. And right now it is a lobbying of missiles back and forth, airstrikes, and with some a lot of different intelligence going on in Tehran from Israel, the Mossad, and but a lot of explosions happening and to the south of Israel, to the north of Israel, Tel Aviv, and even Jerusalem has reported. They're being very careful in Jerusalem because they do not want to hit the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Another thing. So, but anyways. We're going to keep an eye on it as we peruse through this broadcast. I appreciate you guys being with me here tonight. And let's get over here to snakebite. Now, this is another video. Very interesting. Also do precious metals crimes news. And this is one that I covered a while ago. And we got snakebite says they made off with a crap load of gold. Indeed, they did. I knew the puns would come on this one. A fun story, but sad for the toilet. But nonetheless, there you go. A tricolonic stacker, Khamenei. He's in a bunker somewhere, and they think they know where he is. But they're going to need some big bunker busters to grab that guy. Long overdue for his demise. No question about it. Let's see here. And what do we have here with Winston Wolf here on the video about Trump that could send gold and silver prices soaring. I believe if he gets his way. Sal, why do you say a point and mean 1%? I'm not sure what that means. Why do you say a point mean 1%? Why do you and the others do this? I see a point as a fraction of 1. I see a point as 0.1 rather than 1.0. Next, you'll be telling me that your billion isn't 1 million. Okay, I see what you're saying. Points, it's like, it's basically the same. 1% out of 100, 1 point. So 25 basis points is a quarter point rate hike. 25, that's what 25 basis points is. It's how the market does it, and it is the common language for financial markets. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. All right, then we got Mike John 008. They will throw silver and gold into the streets. Scripture. Yes, indeed, that's right. But what does that have to do with this video? That is at a time when we won't need gold and silver when we're in heaven. And once that time comes, well, the streets may be paved with gold, But that has nothing to do. You didn't even quote the right scripture, Mike John. You didn't give the verse, the book and the verse. If you're going to quote it, you might as well quote it right. Silver Sleuth says, if we have the gold they say we have, Trump might use it to eliminate our debt and usher in a new dollar. That is a possibility. That's one of the scenarios of a reset that very well could happen. But anyways, all right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Kurt Norris says, it was the plumber, wasn't it? The roofers. What? That's why we can't let contractors use the bathroom. Exactly right. Indeed. I actually showed the surveillance video of them taking the toilet in this video if you get a chance to check it out. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Good crowd with us tonight. Annie Oakley still here. We got Steve LaPointe. Silver Oceans is here. Master Blaster is here. Good to see you. Yeah, Gold Toilet Teats up $13. John Knox is here. Yes, heard about that with Rocket Man trying to supply Iran. Would not be good if he did that, that's for sure. And a lot of good folks with us tonight as we continue to cruise our way through. Silver Oceans is here too. Long time no see. Good to see you. Saxon Stacker, the Fed is a root cause of monetary malpractice. Exactly. And the corrupt Federal Reserve make metals money again. That's right. Perth Mint was the first organization to refine gold to 4 nines. I don't know if that may be the case. I'm not sure. But the Royal Canadian Mint was the first to do it commercially for 5 nines gold. Yes, indeed. Curb Creeper, welcome. Good to see Duke Cat. RR, Nickel Stacking is here. Matt McClellan, Anonymous, we're here doing a special broadcast here tonight. If you've not subscribed to the channel, I hope you will consider subscribing to the channel, because I post daily news, and these market watches happen every Sunday, and this is the only channel that does it, where we watch the precious metals market open. Yes, indeed. So, yes, indeed. Very, very good. All right. Let's see what we've got happening here and see where we are at tonight as we go to Not One AU. Let's play this video 10 years from now when all the coin shops still have tons of 90% silver. Mints are minting millions of coins and rounds. There will still be more silver than you could shake a stick at. Well, and it's not necessarily about it's that there's still a lot of 90% silver out there, and mints are minting millions of coins and rounds, but every ounce of it that gets melted down, you can't bring it back. You just can't. And we may need it down the road for commerce. You just never know. So I'm not saying the supply is completely depleted, but it is lessening. There's less of it nowadays than there is, and these are the times, especially as silver's price goes up, where they're going to want to get easy money and get it quickly. This is why CoinShop Chris has started this. He is a CoinShop owner and sees this firsthand. And I know others as well, too. All right. Very good. All right, let's see here. We've got Rick's Talented Tongue says only the banks can do that. And they are intending to send metals higher now that the planned war looks like it is starting. Yes. Well, that's right. They are up. In fact, what are they doing now? Everything is up. Platinum has actually pulled back slightly. It was up $20 earlier in the evening, but it is now up $16, which is a good climb. It is the winner of the night by percentage, 1.3% to 1254. Gold is up $17.20 now to $3,451. Silver is up 6 cents, and palladium is up 5. All right. And oil, let's see where oil is. That's right. Good catch on that one, Matt Bittner. Let me get over here to where oil is. Oil is now, I guess the oil futures markets, or the oil market has not opened up yet, is still up 4.94% from the previous reading of this, $72.98. So no change yet for that. But yes, indeed. Let's see here. No change. But we're going to keep an eye on it as the evening goes on. It's almost $73, and it could go up dramatically. And especially, you want to pay attention to tomorrow's video. I'm going to be talking about that very thing tomorrow. Very prudent. So I hope you will Set your notifications for tomorrow's video. And appreciate you guys being here. If you've not subscribed to the channel, I hope you will consider doing it. This channel has over 8,000 videos, and I do constant news updates on precious metals and analysis and the like. And right now we're seeing silver now up, the highest it's been tonight, up $10, up 10 cents rather, $36.45, and gold is up $17.33. Everything is up tonight. Platinum up $15 right now. Very good. All right, reached 95,000 subscribers. All right, need 5,000 more. Thank you, Paul Tissue. Appreciate that. All right. That's right, nickel stacking. They hit we talked about that earlier in the night. They hit those facilities, and that may have an effect when those markets open up. The oil and gas facilities that they share with Qatar, which are the largest of their kind in the world. And so we're going to keep an eye on that. And what could be a retaliatory effort. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, because the way that Iran can retaliate to that will have a dramatic impact. You're not going to want to miss that video tomorrow. All right, let's see here. Let's get over to this, see what we've got here, answer a few more comments, see what folks are saying here in the comment section. Miran Jankovic says, why to sell at $30 when you can sell at $50? I guarantee silver will go to $50 as fiat currency has no feature. Well, when can you guarantee that? That's just it. People make these guarantees and say, I promise you it's going to get there, but then it never does. Of course, if you're saying within 10 years, yeah, possibly. It may come sooner than that, but it may not last long either. We just don't know. No one really fully knows. All right, Gary Croft, I thought you would like this article. Yes, indeed, and thank you again for sending it to me. If you've not seen that video, the weirdest gold heist case ever sees justice served. Yes, indeed. All right. Justice is not served on a plate, served cold, but in a toilet, on a commode, in this case. All right. Thank you, Gary Croft. And we've got this here from user. Please don't melt constitutional silver. They are not going to make any more of it. That's right. Now, some people have been saying in here, no, do melt it, because that means mine's going to be worth more. It's going to take, they would have to melt an unprecedented amount for that to be the case. Bob Dole. All right, I wonder if he speaks in the third person. Let's see here. He says, lower rates steals value from all people holding and working for dollars. Wake up, America. Yes, indeed. Well, yep, I am working and holding. The problem is most of the savings are much less than inflation and what the rates are now, but I understand it. Paul Tissue, very kind of you. Paul Tissue with the first act of kindness tonight. He has sent 5 Sullivan Metal memberships, so if you did receive those from Paul Tissue, give him a very warm thank you. All right. It was going to stop Iran's economy and oil sales. Yes, and I think that's right. I think that is the goal now. The goal now is to get it to their weaken at such a point that the people will arise, and the Shah, or the Shah's son, whichever, has exiled king, has already made a statement to that effect. Yes, indeed, they sure have. Good to see you guys. Yes, happy Father's Day to you guys. Welcome, Choking Ghost and Mrs. Coin Crew, Stacking Surfer, Shotgun Susie. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Switzerland, 36.96 on the attack on the Perth Mint. Vindicated by unlikely source. This is just sad copium. They got caught intentionally doping the gold bars with silver in order to supply a lower gold content. Those are the facts. It's an integrity thing. Well, it was such a the thing is that the doping apparently was only for in the allowed tolerance for only certain types of bars. It turns out to be it was a nothing burger. That is the fact. So their doping is by such minute amounts that it doesn't change the Shanghai Gold Exchange. It doesn't break any laws. So they got vindicated of it, changing some of that very small minor thing. I think that's what turns out. So indeed they were vindicated. And again, ABC News, most people in Australia know that ABC is a hack job, essentially. They're about as worthless as some of the leftist media here. All right. All right, Craven Silver Gold. Once you understand just how much earth they mine for what it takes to get enough platinum to make 3.11 gram coin, gold is common to platinum. That's right. Platinum's about 15 times more rare than gold. 15 times. That's pretty rare. So it's one of those things where it's crazy. It's crazy because every ounce you buy at this, I've always said anything under $1,000 for platinum is a steal. It's one of those metals that very well could go to $4,000. I see it as quite a possibility. But anyways, let's see here. All right. Yeah, somebody else reminded me of that, Marco Polo. If you can send me an email about that, I might do a video on it, because I know that they've been upping the ante with the M2 money supply, and I have covered that in previous videos. But if they're amping it up even more, it might be worth doing a video about that. Very good. Joseph Schaefer says, a lot of people are very poor, losing their jobs, high credit cards maxing out, food prices rising, are holding back now. Yes, there's a lot of people struggling right now. And we've got Watchman, the toilet is being melted down somewhere. It already has been melted. If you watch this video, I talked about how it has already been melted down. All right, let's take a look at the markets again, shall we? It looks like platinum and gold are trading about the same dollar rate, but look at the difference in the percentage. It just goes to show you how cheap platinum is compared to gold. Platinum is up 17 bucks, but it's up 1.38% to $12.55. Gold is up $17.30, but it's only up 0.5% to $3,451.30. Silver's up a nickel tonight to $36.40. Palladium up $6. There we are. Very good. Let's see here. Oh, nice. Approved Franklin and 2 more Morgans. They look nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is awesome. Very good. And Toby Ward, this is interesting. If the Fed lowers rates, they will have to buy the debt. This means that the group of bankers will own the debt. They will be stuck with all the debt they have created. Yes, and that's just that the Treasury is buying back some of those bonds, and that's maybe partly where the M2 money supply increase is, to buy that debt back, buy those bonds. It's crazy. It's feeding in on it itself. It's self-cannibalization of the money supply is what's happening there. All right. If you can believe such a thing. That's what's happening. Carrie Taryn on the golden toilet story. Yes, indeed. Something I followed up from a couple of other videos I did about this. Was it ever used? I would like to see how it was made. Yes, Carrie Taryn, I talked about that in the video. It was used multiple times. Those crooks are up Poop Creek without a paddle. They will be using a stainless steel ore for many years now. All right, very good. Or stainless steel 1. That's right, exactly. Very good. Let's see here. We have this from Eddie Smith. I have a lot of Samoa coins. They're nice. That knife is a cool. Yes, indeed, it's a coin. That knife is a coin as well. It's amazing what they can do. Samoa. Making headways there. Do not eat the squirrels. That's right, Mrs. Coin Crew. Check out Mrs. Coin Crew's channel. WW is here. Dean R is here with us tonight. Eyes of the Dragon. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. And thank you so much, Silver Shelby. Yep, Stop the Melt campaign. Appreciate it. And we've got Dobby's Coins and Stamps. Explore, indeed. That's what we do here. So, yes. From gold to stainless steel. That's a good comment. I think that was Carrie Taryn that said that. Yep. That's great, Carrie. That was awesome. And Zardoz with a thumbs up. Thank you, Zardoz. So Zardoz here tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. Welcome. And Edward Sawyer says, what many, including Trump Vance, aren't watching the bond market. The long bond interest rates have disconnected from the Fed. Last cut, long bond rates went up and stayed there. The Fed has no control of long bond rates. Yes, very interesting, for sure. And they're buying back some of these bonds as well, too. I don't know if they're short or longs. Maybe that's what they're trying to do but it's kind of out of their hands. I don't know. We'll see. They're in a tight spot now for sure. They're in a very tight spot. Oh, yeah. Very good. All right. Marcus Thomas says, God's work. Yes, indeed. This is for silver. It did a short today showing raw silver nuggets. Very rare. You don't see raw silver nuggets very often. And I showed it in this little short video. I hope you will check that out. Goldilocks. Police were struggling for a while to catch the culprits and didn't have anything to go on. I love it. I love it. I knew the jokes would come flying from this one. That's awesome. Like the blade. See you tonight at 6. Thank you, Master Blaster. We are here tonight. So I'm glad you're with us as we watch these markets move in real time. And look at this, folks. Gold is still up. It's up $14.60. $14.90 rather. But silver is down. It's getting hit tonight in the Asian markets. Yes, indeed. Wow. So there is that. Silver's now down to $36.31. Marginal decrease, but it is falling a little bit here. And gold is hanging on to some gains tonight, 0.43%. Platinum is up $13. Earlier in the evening, we saw platinum go up $20, but there's kind of subsiding a little bit here as I digest the latest information on what's going on in Iran and Israel right now. And we're also watching oil price, and there's no updates on the oil price yet that I can see. It's still sitting at $72.98. It was up 4.94, up over 7% on Friday. That's crazy. So there it is. Silver down 4 cents. The only metal that's in the red tonight. That widens the gold to silver ratio to 95.21. So there it is. All right. We're going to revisit that again here. By the way, check out channel sponsor here, Summit Metals. Summit Metals, they are here, and a good dealer here tonight. They're the sponsor of the channel. They got fair prices, and if you are a new stacker and a new customer, you can get this Summit Starter Pack, which is 5 ounces of silver for spot price. That's the price before you enter the code. So there it is. So pretty wild to see. And yes, you can see they're very close to spot. It might be off a few cents here and there, but they're very, very close to actual spot price. Ominous Rooster, need one for sure. There you go. Have yourself a golden toilet. Can you imagine? Thank you to JM Unleashed for posting a link to Summit Metals. Appreciate that. Nickel stacking. Russia and China and North Korea will rearm Iran for future oil. Yes. I would not be surprised to see that. And them trying to do that. I think North Korea definitely has made their intentions known that they want to do that. All right. Very good. Let's throw up some coffee here. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh, yeah. A rhodium toilet would be something. There may not be enough rhodium in the world to make a toilet. No, there is, but not that much. But anyways, I'm going to keep an eye on it. And High Tones Drifter is here. So jump below spot. Yeah, if you can find good deals on 90% these days. A lot of it there's been a glut of it coming in. So they're selling it for pretty cheap and the prices go up. That's the silver to get. I make it a point to stack Constitutional. Not every single time, but most often when I go into the local coin shop. Frank Garcia, inshore it for dribble looks like something wrong with the speed. They got it out something wrong. Not sure what that means at all. Sorry. WTU 208. Were they feeling flush? Yes, indeed, they were flushed for sure. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh yeah. Yeah, rhodium is much more rare than palladium and platinum, for sure. And let's see here. We've got Vibe Crawler on the silver crisis with Constitutional silver being melted down. Says, yes, of course you can use these in need, but when it's all gone, you only got 1 big ounce. And by this, the way digital currency is getting closer. Yeah. And the thing, yeah, if you could do, there's other fractional silver out there, but not as much. And it's very high premium. The fractional silver is. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we just got this in. Oh, wow, very kind. Man, thank you so much. All right, we just got something. He said no shout outs, but thank you so much to whoever sent that. Appreciate that very much. PayPal. Very, very kind of you indeed. But he said to not say anything. All right, to shout him out. So thank you. Very humble, very kind of you. Willa, 2365. Indeed, it was a very crappy thing to do, and sure it was. Yes, it was. And we got DD Prepper says, well, I have heard of King of the Hill. Now this is a whole new level. King of the Turds. There you go. Exactly. The jokes will be coming. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, No IQ. Appreciate your kindness and support on this. You are the man. You guys are great. Mark Razor is here. Carrie Taryn. Silver seems to be holding on around $36. Yes, it is maintaining. It's a good thing. It wouldn't surprise me for gold to go up to $3,600. Yes, it would not surprise me either. Yes, we're going to see. We're going to keep an eye on it. But that is quite a possibility. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's see what we've got here. The next comment on this video. Get my mouse back here. Let's see what we've got. Says this. Jeff Shaw. I just bought a 1935 S peace dollar along with the 1964 proof and original packaging. Congratulations. It came in those blister packs back in those days. 66am says that's freaking awesome. Yes, you don't see that very often. Rare silver nuggets in their natural state. Pretty wild indeed. Let's take a look at 4 Wheels from Rob on the platinum video. Video on also I cover a lot of different precious metals on this channel, mainly gold and silver, but I talk about platinum, palladium, rhodium, osmium, iridium, tin, copper. Done a lot of stuff. 4 Wheels from Rob, thank you for posting so details and history on platinum. It never really gets much attention and appreciation. That's why I didn't get very many views, but I do the videos anyway. Platinum should have been used more in our monetary system. Incredible collections on display. Yeah, it was discovered late. Discovered in the early 1700s, and only Russia used it for a time for actually circulating money. Rhodium nuggets. I don't think I've ever seen any rhodium or platinum nuggets out there. Yes, indeed. That's one of the reasons why it was the way it was discovered so late. But yes, indeed. And Joey Libs. That's a crappy story. Thanks, Al. Yes, indeed. It sure was. And Sign Up, who was a big fan of silver, liked this display from this short video. Rare silver nuggets. Let's take a look at the markets again, shall we? See what's happening here. Uriah Kaiser is here. Welcome, Uriah Kaiser. Good to see you tonight. We are witnessing a little bit of a change about with silver. It is now down 18 cents tonight to $36.17. So it's getting hit a little bit here tonight. And gold has pulled back some of its gains. It's up only $7.39 tonight. And platinum has given up some of its gains as well. It's up $8. So we're seeing things move for sure. All right. Contain that mouse. Contain that mouse. What mouse is it? My mouse? Oh, yes. I must contain the mouse. That's right. Big test unit. Got to contain it. It's going crazy for me. Palladium up $2. The reason why you're not seeing rhodium move is it trades much more infrequently. There has been a very rare case where we've seen it trade during the broadcast on a Sunday night, but not too often at all. And by the way, you'll notice that in regular trades, platinum and palladium move up in dollar increments. And right now, platinum is fighting. It's up $10 right now. And gold will usually trade. There's been times where it'll trade up in dime increments. And silver obviously will move up in 1 cent increments. But there it is. Okay, let's see here. And let's move through here to yes, I've seen those. The Intalio Mint makes those, Mark B. I have some of them, but not all of it. But yeah, it's really cool. All right, now gold is up $12, so we're seeing a lot of activity here tonight in the markets, and mainly responding to what's going on in Iran. And so we are going to see what the latest is there. The latest coming out of Iran right now is a little bit more detail about the weapons sites that have been struck inside Iran right now. I'll give you that update. Israel conducted a wide-scale wave of strikes on Sunday, targeting several weapons production sites in Iran, according to the Israeli military. The strikes destroyed infrastructure belonging to the Quds, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and the Iranian military in Tehran, according to the Israeli Defense Forces. Numerous weapons production sites across Iran were targeted. Those targets included a site for the production of navigation and missile systems, a site for producing fuels of various types of missiles, and a planetary mixer designed for the production of surface-to-surface missile engines. They also reported that the strikes hit a production site for components of aerial defense systems belonging to the IRGC. So that is what's going on there. They have conducted strikes against surface-to-surface missile launch sites in central Iran as well as western Iran. So that is what's been happening there as well. So some activity happening here. Fresh blast. Iran launched a new barrage at Israel on Sunday evening with an explosion seen in the coastal city of Haifa. Israel said it began another series of strikes on military targets across Iran. And so that is what has been going on. That's the latest that we have so far. So far, it's been quiet since then. But any new updates, I'll give them to you. As likely, since things have sort of calmed down here, we're likely not going to see probably the metals complex move much more dramatically than this, save for any late-breaking information that may make its way through. But believe you me, it's going to have an effect on the Asian markets too. No question about that. Uriah Kaiser with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Second one here in the broadcast for a super chat. Says, I think we'll see a breakout over $3,500 around 9 p.m. or pre-market when the Asian markets opens up, except for rise tonight. Right now, we're just over $50 away from that. That is a real possibility, which would break the record again. Very well could be. And thank you so much. Thank you, Richard Metcalf. I appreciate you being here, Richard Metcalf. Thank you, brother. After midnight, we'll see what happens. And by the way, actually, Uriah Kaiser was the first super chat tonight with Paul Tissue with the channel gift memberships that were handed out earlier. Appreciate that very much. Thanks for the channel support. Very kind of you indeed. And we're watching these markets. We'll come back to those here briefly in a moment. All right. DHY Yufkubat. Again, these long channel handles, don't know what some of those characters mean. I wish they would allow me to highlight over it and show the channel name or the account name. Two questions. Do you really have to pay the IRS 28% of your profit if you profit from gold? Depends the kind of gold it is. I think U.S. gold you don't. And I'm not a tax professional, but consult a tax attorney on that. But I think you probably do have to pay capital gains, but I don't know if it's 28%. How in the world would the IRS know how much you paid for the gold in the first place? It doesn't make sense. No, you're right. It's on the honor system or based off of audits and what have you. But anyways, very good. Yep, that's exactly right. Nickel stacking. Those are the kind of things I'm going to be talking about in tomorrow's video. Stay tuned. Straits of Hormuz. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I'm going to be talking about that. I've already recorded that video. Stay tuned for that video coming tomorrow. All right. Let's see here. Appreciate you guys being with me here tonight. A good crowd here. Appreciate you all as we continue to navigate the markets and what's going on there. And if you're just joining us and new to the channel, I do this every Sunday night and also post a lot of content 2 videos a day covering the latest news and analysis and other topics related to precious metals. I hope you will consider subscribing to the channel and pressing the notifications bell. Appreciate all of your support and for being here. Michelangelo Bergeron, they should have displayed the weight too. Yes. Well, it's kind of tough because a lot of the stuff is kind of mixed in. We don't know the purity of the silver, but it's hard to really know. I guess it could have been tested to some extent, but anyways. All right, let's see here. Very good. Where are we at? One Species is here. Welcome, One Species. Craven, Silver and Gold. It's good to see you. Welcome, guys. Glad you guys are here. And Uriah Kaiser. Oh, my goodness gracious. He's been busy. Thank you. Another $9.99. He says he's been too busy with my shop to be here as often, but no, I'm here supporting you every chance I get. Keep up the stacking and slurping. Thank you, my friend. For those of you who don't know, Uriah Kaiser runs a shop that sells jewelry and precious metals as well. A good guy. And yes, indeed. And I forgot the website name, but if somebody, if Jame Unleashed knows, if you can post a link to it, that'd be great. Appreciate that. All right. All right, let's see it. Thank you. Thank you, One Species. Appreciate it. All right. Okay. And is Zardoz here too? All right, cool. Oh, there we go. Drip Vault. That's it. Thank you. DripVault.com. Thank you, James Unleashed. You were the man. I appreciate that. I am an expert on the Straits of Slurpee. I am Straits. Yes, indeed. You know, the thing is you cannot see the Straits of Hormuz take part in a gay pride or a pride month because they're straight, right? Straits of Hormuz. All right, very good. So that is impossible, an impossibility. All right, there we go. All right, let's take a look here at Silver Cabin. Answer his, and we'll get back to the markets again. Ibji is here. I was cleaning inside a 12 by 20 small building that I moved when I found the 1942 Mercury dime. Nice. I found money several times in this property for the last 35 years. Me and some of my family purchased some of the land after the farmer passed away. Well, that is amazing that you found that. That is incredible. Hello, Eagle Steve. Good to see you. Glad you're with us tonight. All right, as we continue to peruse through the markets in somewhat of an unexpected move. Silver is down, but it's down by a nickel. It was down 13 cents at its low tonight. It's recovering some of those losses, as is gold. It is now up $14.53. Platinum has made a healthy recovery. It was negative at the beginning of the night. It is now up $7 to $1,245. Palladium is up 4 tonight. Yes, indeed. There it is. And Bill 457, thank you so much, Bill. Good to see Bill 457 is here. He's got a channel as well. Check him out. So there's where the markets sit right now. Silver being the only metal down. Will it recover? We see the gold to silver ratio trading at 95.24 for the world markets as we watch these things move here. The world markets in Asia, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. What we're also watching tonight is oil price. And so far, at least on my Kitco app, I'm not seeing the oil price reflect any movement yet. So that may move up with the Shanghai market, which I think opens up at 8. I'm not sure. And there's AKA Fish. Steve AKA Fish is here. Good to see you, Fish. Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right. So there we go. Now silver's down just 2 cents to $36.33 in the ask price. By the way, you see the bid and ask, because it's been a pretty volatile market over the last couple of weeks. It's been in a cattywampus higher spread between the two metals there. So yes, indeed, there's 12 cents difference between them now. All right. Usually it's a dime's worth of difference. We see there, very good. All right. We have got this from Jim Tillapal. Oh boy, it would be great to have one of those gold toilets. Yes, indeed. Can you imagine? You would love to clean that for sure. And we've got Gold Silver Junkie dime bag. Yes, indeed. That's right. Got the old dime bag. And I actually have that thing. I think I used. Where did I put that? I've got it around, found somewhere. Thought I had it here, but anyways, I like to have that close. All right. And we've got this. Ray Gilgrath says, very cool knife. Thank you, sir. Yes, they did a good job with that. They're absolutely spectacular. Tex Devil Dog says here, I have had a great return. I've had a great return on my gold and gold mining holdings over the last year. Since silver is lagging, I've been adding a silver position over the last 2 months. Here you go. Yeah, take advantage of the dips for sure. The price goes down, but yes, indeed. Stacker Factor is here. And Stacker Factor, I don't know if you saw my video inspired by you about my platinum pickup, but hope you will check that out. But thank you. Spot heading up, especially for platinum right now. Anita, Humpback, good to see you. Anita, welcome. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys being here. Silver is now down just 1 cent. Will it go into positive territory tonight? We shall see. And gold up $15.67 tonight. Platinum up 9. Palladium up 6. Very good. All right. Nice. Big Test Unit gave wife 10-ounce silver bar and a 1/4-ounce gold maple. Way to go. Nice. Very, very cool. All right. Oh, yeah. Lisa Anderson is here. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. Oh, now silver is in positive territory right now. $36.36 for silver tonight. 0.04%. So it's back in the green. Yeah, that's crazy how volatile the markets are. Gold up $16.40. 34.49. All of this coming upon what will happen. What will Iran's response be for hitting those oil and gas fields near Qatar? All right. Yes, indeed. I'm watching these things closely. Platinum up 9, palladium up 5. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker is here. Got a 10-ounce kook for Father's Day. Nice. Congratulations. Happy Father's Day, all. Beautiful gold sovereigns. All right. Desperate to Sell gave me a girl's email for payment. I looked it up. Girl was an escort. Dude was indeed. Wow. Crazy. Yeah. Some people are desperate. They'll sell you some gold. Crazy, crazy. All right. Let's get over here to this. We got Subvert the State says this. Following. Well, I would say listed on eBay, people are always seeking there. Buy the fees the platform takes are outright outrageous. Yes, that's right. The fees are outrageous there for sure. All right. Indeed, they are. There's plenty of other auction places to go to sell your constitutional if you need to. No shortage of places to sell out there. You just got to be careful. All right. Coins A to Z. Sal's Gal make the Salvation Nation great again. Indeed, they do. Happy Father's Day to the folks out there from Bootsy. That's right. Happy Father's Day. Do you ever compare Sunday's market night's price change versus Monday's open? I've never really followed it. I mean, I do usually sometimes if there's a big move in the day, I'll follow it, but I don't unless there's a really big move or something like that, then I don't. But yeah, typically don't track that. And I don't really do statistics and see what, how that and keep track of that stuff. There's others that do that, but I'm not one of them. I kind of follow the markets as they happen. I will speculate, as you know, but nonetheless, it's not really based off technical analysis or pattern analysis from the past. All right. And mainly the reason why I don't do that is because, all that stuff can go out the window with geopolitical events or economic events that happen that really are psychological, behavioral reactions here. Jeff Shaw says, I hope that silver coins will be saved from being melted down. Me too. Big Test Unit with a Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Thank you, Big Test Unit. Very kind. Mr. G received that. Let's do one more here, and then we'll take a look at the markets again and see what's happening. And let's see here. Paula Casso says, I bought platinum consistently when it dropped sub 1,000, but gave up after it sat at those levels due to extreme scarcity. I'll keep holding. There you go. Yes, it is very scarce. So that's good. Good on to hold on to that. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see where we're at here. All right. And there's Zardoz. Zardoz is with us tonight. Appreciate that. Exploding. All right. All right, we have a new subscriber, Stephen LaBianca. I see that there. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you're new here, appreciate if you guys subscribe. Means a lot to me. Trying to grow the channel. I do these market reports every Sunday night and do daily videos as well. So I hope you will consider subscribing and pressing the notifications bell. But look at this. Silver is now down 2 cents. Gold is up $16.58 tonight. So gold is having a healthy uptick in price. $3,449.70. We're just over $50 away from $3,500, which is the all-time high for gold adjusted for inflation. So gold is doing very well. Platinum is up $6 or $1,244 tonight. It did get up $20 earlier in the night. Crazy. Then it got pulled back. And palladium is up $5. No movement with rhodium. It is sitting at $5,900 with a $450 spread between bid and ask for rhodium. All right. Very good. And let's see here. We've got DD Prepper. Awesome. Thumbs up. Thank you, DD Prepper. Appreciate that. And Silver Oceans. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Check out Silver Oceans channel. It's been a long time since we've seen that. It is a good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys being here as we watch these markets. And stay tuned. We're going to see if there's any latest developments in the Iran-Israel conflict here. We'll get to that in a moment. The Big Cheese. Explore. Nice. Thank you so much. If you've not seen that little short video, check it out. On rare, raw, silver nuggets and ore there being shown. Good evening, Godzilla Garage. Good to see you. Thank you, Jay Monleash, for posting a link to Silver Oceans. So Ben Bradshaw, both of my local coin shops sell it for spot price. Yeah, that's nice. If you can get it for spot, you're doing good. Take advantage of it. Stop the melt. Very good. Oh, yeah, let's see here. And Michael K. says, good morning, Salivation Nation. All right, good morning to you, sir. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate Michael K. I don't know if he's still in here, but we appreciate him. Steve Seiger, I saw the toilet on Craigslist. There you go. Can you imagine if they made a mini version of that and sold it as bullion? That would be quite something. Very impressive, says 66 Sam. He watched my Australian gold nugget short. Very good. Silver Shelby, very cool Sal. Thank you, Silver Shelby. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Dirty Scant. The raw silver nuggets are very rare. Good stuff there. Really cool. Thank you, Kurt Knorr. And let's do Twitch Radio. Then we'll take a look at the markets again on the silver crisis for the constitutional silver. I concur. I recently sold quite a bit last year, but I still have the majority of my 90% that I've collected over the last 2 decades. My local LCS sells and buys it for melt unless it's in really good condition. I might get an extra $1 or 2 over spot. Overall, here in Washington State, at most LCS locations, they do that. But there's a bigger demand as of lately for silver and silver maples. Gold-wise, I'm still holding on to everything I've ever bought. Either way, long story short, I'm still buying 90%, about $50 to $100 a month. Because one day, I think something's going to flip, and it's going to be worth a little more than melt to my LCSs in my area, yes. Now, there have been times when then the Constitutional would sell quite a bit above spot. I've seen that fairly recently during the silver squeeze movement, for sure. All right, let's take a look at the markets again. And we can see silver is suffering slightly, but not like suffering succotash, but it is down 3 cents $36.32. Gold up $15.34, up 0.45% to $3,449.77. Platinum and palladium are both trading up $4 each. Yes, platinum had a breakout moment very briefly, for sure. Up now $6 to $1,244, but it was up $20 earlier in the evening in the broadcast. So there it is. Gold to silver ratio resting at 95.22 right now. Watch these things here. And so far, nothing new from what I reported before in Israel. So I think things have quietened it down a bit there, if you want to call it that. A lull in strikes. So that can be very good or it can be very bad. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. All right. Let's get back over here. We've got Richard Metcalf, who I think had to split earlier on the video I posted this morning. Says, Teddy is one of my favorite presidents. Beautiful piece out. It's going to be an interesting, long, hot summer. Did you see that they have changed the amount of precious metals you can sell before triggering a tax form? Great news for stackers. They're finally getting a break. I think I've covered a topic like that before, but unless there's new news on it, I had not heard that. There was some confusion around that some time ago. 143 Druid. Is there a silver petting section? Asking for a friend. Oh, yes, it is nice to pet some silver every once in a while. For sure, it sure is. Carrie Tarrant says, those are very cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. And Maria says, Sal, that was a great rhyme. I have visited Blenheim Palace. That's cool because she's from the United Kingdom. That's great that you got to visit it. That's cool. Grant W is here. One more slurp is here. That was a disappointing slurp. Sorry about that. Afyom Yakyungen. Happy Father's Day, sound everybody. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Thank you. And Gordon Clee. Thanks, Sal, keeping us informed. It's a real service. Indeed. Appreciate it. I try my best. And appreciate those of you who subscribed and are here. Four Wheels from Rob says, found it, almost missed this one. All right, thank you. Yes. Elon Musk would never say this about silver. That's right. Sobriety and Silver says, thanks for doing this video. He's also done a video on it as well for Sobriety and Silver. That's great. That's awesome. No IQ says, thank you, Sal. Thank you. No IQ. Appreciate that so much. And let's slurp a little coffee here. Redeem ourselves from the last slurp. All right. Evil Cowboy is going to grill to celebrate $4,000 silver when it comes. Crazy, crazy. All right. And Jam Unleashed says, fantastic and very cool. Thanks for sharing this out. No problem, Jam Unleashed. Yeah, it's pretty wild to see that stuff. All right. Let's see here. And we've got this. We've got, let's refresh these markets, or refresh those comments, and refresh these markets, see what we've got now. Silver was down 7 cents just moments ago. It is now down 3 cents at $36.32. Holding on. It's been stubborn, staying above 36 so far for a while now. This could be the new support for silver. And gold is up $14.67 tonight. Just a couple dollars away, or just over $1 away from $34.50. Crazy. There it is. Platinum up 5, palladium up 4 tonight. The markets indeed in this special broadcast as we await any news coming out of Iran for the market open in Asia right now. And let's see here. We've got crude oil. No movement at all that I see yet. Although that may trade with the with the markets in Shanghai when they open, because I think what we're seeing now is Hong Kong price, if I'm not mistaken. All right. We'll get back to that. Let's get down here to Acadian 207. Let's get this in here. Acadian 207 says, my dad used to tell me I had to wash the king's golden throne before I owned it. I still don't get it. The golden throne or the riddle. All right. I don't get it either, but yes, it is quite a possibility. B.R. Williams is here. Good to see you. Cajun Sovereign is still here. Evil Cowboy is here. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Appreciate you guys hanging with me here. We're watching these markets, responding to your comments, and having a good old time here as we see things progress here. Jared Heaves on the Perth Mint video that I did says this. It's almost like it's gathering sea legs here. I work down the road from the Perth Mint and only have gold from them. No point in getting it off eBay. If this is on my doorstep, not concerned at all with the quality's high. Exactly right, Jared. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. That you're so close, you can just get gold whenever you can right there. All right. Coffee is lukewarm now. It sure is. And we've got Jaden and Fright on the golden toilet story. Has some good, interesting facts and history for us on this. It says the following. The stolen 18-karat gold toilet was one of the three made by Maurizio Calatella in Florence, Italy. Before it was stolen from Blenheim Palace in England, it was previously displayed at the Guggenheim Museum in Manhattan, New York. People had to wait in line to use it, one person at a time, inside an enclosed room where there was only a security guard posted outside the door. After each use, an attendant went in to inspect and clean the gold toilet before the next person in queue could use it. Blenheim Palace was where Sir Winston Churchill was born. All right, on November 30th, 1874. His famous ancestor was Sir John Churchill, the first Duke of Marlborough, who was a renowned English general war hero in the 18th century. Wow. The Duke of Marlborough was rewarded with Blenheim Palace granted by Queen Anne for his military victories. Very wild, very cool, and quite apropos because Sir Winston Churchill was certainly a great leader during those times. No question about it. All right. Let's see here. You guys are great. Glad you're here with us tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. We're watching these markets move. We're answering some of your comments. We're going to answer one more, then we're going to get back to the markets again and see what they're doing. And the special report here tonight. JSM Lobo. Dropping interest rates like that would really hurt the dollar, not only from a surprise cut, but the lack of independence of Fed would have international investors bail on us. We as citizens will feel the negative impact very quickly due to a price increase. Hopefully this never happens. Independence must be maintained. No, I agree with you on that. And I think Trump is just saying expressing his opinion. But nonetheless, I don't think he really wants a 1-point drop either, as I mentioned in the video. But right now, we are seeing activity where gold is up $15.44 and silver is down a fraction of a cent, just a fraction of a cent. It's very rare that we see it down 0.01%. Usually it's down 0.02% in that kind of move. But it is sitting at $36.35. It's been kind of bouncing around a little bit tonight between positive and negative. Whoa, look at this North Star stacker with a cool little emoticon here. A little symbol there, a little funny. That's pretty cool with the shades and $10. Thank you so much, North Star stacker. The second super chat of the night. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that so much. Very kind of you. Check out North Star Stacker's channel. He got some gold recently. His first pre-33 gold, so check it out. And right now we're looking at the dollar index is actually up slightly. It's up 0.10 to 98.23. No movement yet in oil price from what I'm gathering here. All right. Maria, thank you for being here, Maria. I know it's late there. the United Kingdom. So have a good evening. And yes, indeed. All right. So there's where that is. Let's see what we've got here happening. Bill457 says nice on this one. He saw that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you watching it. We got Ted Jones. Good to see Ted Jones. It's been a little while since we've seen Ted Jones. And he says this: Sal needs plumbing work and a gold toilet gets stolen. Sounds a little sus, Sal. Maybe a little sus indeed. Maybe it was me and maybe the third person. I don't know. We'll see here. Very good. Who's Prep Tech? Welcome. Who's Prep Tech? Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. One BC is still here. Have a good night. One BC, thanks for being here. All right. Yes, indeed. You guys are great. All right. Let's see here. We've got this from my full gold silver stacks here. I wish someone would have told me throughout my life to buy gold and silver from time to time. Yes, hindsight's always 20/20, but it's really never too late. You can still pop on and grab some gold and silver to protect yourself for sure. Master Blaster on this video, and appreciate him watching it. Nice poem, Sal. I would be afraid to use that toilet, that I might get a milk spot on it. Yes, indeed, that would not be good, would it? For sure, you're right. All right. We're almost done with the coffee here, as we continue to assess the markets. And I love all the puns you put in the story. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Gotta have a little fun with stories like this from time to time. Indeed. Thank you, Lee Derby. Appreciate it. All right. Sal is king. Thank you, Paul Tissue. I don't know about that. There's no King's protest going on yesterday, and they wouldn't be. I'd be protesting me if I was king. All right. Let's get down here. Let's take a look here. See what's going on. Oh, silver. Just can't keep it up. Silver can't. It's down 3 cents right now to $36.32. Gold is up $14.73 to $3,447.92. Platinum is up $5 to $1,243. Palladium is up $5 as well to $1,053. So there they are. Both metals up tonight. All the metals up except for silver, and rhodium is not trading yet. Good to see GeoCubed. Welcome. Good to see you. All right. Glad you guys are with me here on this broadcast here as we watch the markets move. We do this every Sunday night, and look at this. Silver is attempting to pop out again. Look at that. Silver is now up 2 cents right now to $36.37. It got down as low as 13 cents to a low of 36.04, and it got as high as 36.46 here. We see there it is right now trading at 36.37. All right, very, very good. Oh yeah. So there's where those markets are. Let's take a look at what Rodent 6875, what he's got to say about the video with Trump. You got here. Says, I think gold and silver prices will explode sooner or later, regardless of what President Trump does. It is possible, and we're seeing, in a sense, that happening to some extent right now. There's a lot happening in the world for sure. All right, there we go. Lulu Lucky is here, catching it before the end. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. Appreciate that. Let's see here. And we see Ominous Rooster says, I don't see platinum really moving much. This is why I have no interest in it. Good video, Sal. Well, Ominous Rooster, you mean from here? Well, it got up to $1,300. And it, earlier, actually on Thursday, it got up to $1,300. And right now, it's up $8. Earlier in the night, it went up $20. It's pretty volatile. I think we can continue to see it climb. And it may not go to 4,000, tomorrow. But I tell you what, platinum is such a tight market. And there's so much that could go wrong that could cause the price of it to just skyrocket. Which is why I think that, it could even surpass gold. I know that sounds crazy, but... anyways, All right, the Cadian Carpenter got his first gold. Congratulations. Very cool. You really can't go wrong with gold. I really don't think so. All right, very good. Now silver's up 3 cents. Platinum up 7. Palladium up 5. Let's take a look here, see what we've got with this. There's Lulu Lucky, who is in here right now with us, which is good. We can hear her comment. So why don't the LCSs sell it to good customers for the same they would get from Melt? Why can't the customers and the coin shop owners both make a better deal? I would love to buy coal stuff, even jewelry and silverware, especially if I can get a good price. Yes, and some are Lulu Luckies. There are some that are selling it for spot. So be on the lookout for it. And I would say you can negotiate with your local coin shop for that stuff. If they're just going to send it into Melt, see if they can do it. All right. Finn 59 was ordering some metal, so there he is. All right, very good, nice, very good. So yeah, look around, Lulu Lucky. Hopefully you can get lucky and find some of it at spot. All right. Air Lead Joe Miranda. Hard to see Trump tickle pink or red. So much orange makeup doesn't let us see how he really looks. I guess he doesn't like what he sees in the mirror. I don't know. Well, let's see here. Would he be tickled pink? Would he be tickled orange? We just don't know. We don't know at this point in time. All right. Very good. Let's slurp our way through. We're almost done with this coffee. Then we're going to put chaser in it. But the problem is I have grains of cinnamon at the end, so my voice may crackle a bit. But we're going to answer one more here from Lori East, who I think is Lori Smith, who is not in this broadcast tonight. Maybe she will come. Does Trump have some multi-million-dollar mortgages coming up for renewal? 1% drop could save his company millions. I don't know. His personal business interest, I'm not sure how that works out. Not sure how that works at all. But let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let's slurp this coffee. Finish it off here. Yeah. That was good. Got our chaser in there a bit here. And the markets indeed are moving. Silver is now up 6 cents. From negative to positive, it's been pretty volatile, floating back and forth between negative and positive, up 6 cents to $36.41 right now. Gold up $14.61 to $3,447.80. Platinum up 7, palladium up 5. Yes, indeed. So there's where the markets are right now. So you continue to watch them move here tonight on what's going on in Iran right now, in Israel, which has actually calmed down a bit. But let's take a look at the volume, shall we? Gold's volume is a little bit hot coming out, as somewhat to be expected here since the market opened right here at 1800 hours. So that we're seeing there. The volume, that's a volume trading, is a little bit hot there. Really not much surprise to an extent. Silver, look at that. An attempted smackdown. That's when it went down 13 cents. And then boom, it's recovering here. Recovering pretty strongly. Big volume period during that time of selling happening. Ran a half marathon this morning. Nice. Chopped up a $30 watermelon. Nice. High in nutrients. I did not know that. So you can chew and swallow those seeds. I had no idea. Pretty wild. So there's the movement there between those two metals. Now silver's pulled back. I think there's an attempt to smack it down in open trading in the Asian markets there. Goats Watch 5375 says this: buy whatever you want unless it's crypto. Useful idiots and just idiots buy that crap. Well, I don't condemn anybody for buying it. If they make money on it, they know the risk, then, hey, they profited on it, then good for them. But I think it's a good idea to diversify with gold and silver as well, too. More fun to spit the seeds. There you go. All right, let's see here. We got this from Cindy Bartunik, who has a serious case of stage 4 TDS. She says Estelle still sniffing Trump's butt. He's a con man, and if you don't know that, you should not be giving advice. You're a smart guy. You have been indoctrinated as a child and may have had a very strict father, which caused you to not think for yourself. You do what you're told by authority, or in Trump's case. Well, no, Cindy, if you have any familiarity with the channel, I'm an independent thinker. I don't blindly follow Trump. I have some things I'm critical of Trump on as well, but much better alternative than who you would have voted for. But I appreciate you sharing your thoughts, but disagree. Who's Prep Tech? Smack this down. There you go. $2. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you. Who's Prep Tech? Third super chat of the night. Thank you so much. All right. One slurp. One more slurp says, who's your daddy, Sal? All right. This is going to be rather controversial, but my daddy, I've just found out that my daddy was my father. He's my father. That's right. He's my father. Cindy Allen Gold, good question. I'm not sure. Yes, indeed. Somebody want to tell Choking Ghost what my chaser is? Those of you familiar with the broadcast, let him know what my chaser is. I'm slurping it right now. Have a good night, Dinar. Have a good night, brother. Tell Tony we said hello. Hope he's doing all right tonight. Rick's Talented Tongue says, it's not a coincidence that Israel attacked Iran on Friday the 13th, just in time to meet the depopulation numbers by the end of 2025. All right. Could it be that the reason? I'm not sure. That's right, water, Lulu Lucky. That's right, Carrie Taryn, H2O. You got it. You chase coffee with more coffee. There you go. That would be hardcore, wouldn't it be? A watermelon daiquiri. No, not that one. But thank you again, Who's Prep Tech. I appreciate that so much. And Six of Sam's got it right with water as well. John C4 with this. The Fed doesn't control Treasury interest rates. The market does. Dropping the base rate will likely increase Treasury rates simply because buyers know the U.S. debt is unsustainable. If Trump wants lower Treasury yields, then he wants to call the big, beautiful waste of a bill. U.S. debt, $37 trillion and growing. Yeah, well, debt, he wants it to be lower so that mortgage rates will be low. And business loans will be low. There you go. Exactly. There it is. All right. All right. Markets are showing now silver up 6 cents. It was up 8 cents just a fraction of a second ago. Up 0.15%. Gold is up $13.83 tonight to $3,447.02. There we go. So that's what we're looking at. Platinum up 7, palladium up 5. All metals, save for rhodium, are in the green tonight. Good to see Doomsayer. All right. Let's see. And we've got this from William Mulhern on the video from this morning. If you've not seen it, I hope you will check it out. It says lower interest rates will increase inflation like throwing gasoline on the fire. Everyday people will suffer much higher inflation. Current interest rates won't last much longer. Interest rates will naturally come down as borrowing and spending is reduced. Yes. All right. Very good. See what happens. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, the lower interest rates, if they start printing money, that's what's going to cause it. Jean Lefevre's have $2 million in her trust and have been going up $100,000 a month, picking the right horses, GDX, and packs. All right, very good, nice. Mark Amberg on this video says this. If you get a chance to check this video out from this morning, you'll see a really cool silver piece with Teddy Roosevelt. It says Teddy Roosevelt came to power after McKinley was assassinated, so he's probably not a good guy. I would speculate the history we are given about that era is suspect and that he was likely part of a coup d'etat. Secret Service Praetorian Guard Part 2 was established after his assassination. The Federal Reserve came soon after, and so did World War I. The country became a captured empire controlled by the International Gold Cartel, where perpetual war was guaranteed, and a system of public schooling to brainwash the population so they would be the fed to digest ridiculous narratives via radio. Well, I would say there may be some truth to that. Teddy Roosevelt was a very big progressive. He was just as much of a progressive as he was a Republican, just as much as Wilson was a progressive as a Democrat. Yes, indeed. Cheetah Kid is here. Welcome. Good to see you. And thank you so much to JM Unleashed for posting a link to the video from this morning. If you get a chance to check it out, I'm going to pin this comment. You can check it out here after this broadcast is over. And I appreciate you doing that, JM Unleashed. Let's pin that. You check out that afterwards. And a good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. If you are new here, I hope you will consider subscribing to the channel. We do this every Sunday night. We watch the markets, and I post daily content. So if you could subscribe and press the notifications bell, I'd appreciate that very much. You guys are awesome. Glad you're here tonight. Michael Porter, I would only get that knife if they gave it to me for free to show off to people. I would not waste my money on that right now. I'd be buying generic silver and gold instead of buying that. That's fine. It's a collector piece. It's not for everybody. It's not a stacking piece, that's for sure. All right. There we go. That's right, Dan W. He got shot in the chest and proceeded to finish his speech. Yep. I was there. I was at that speech when it happened. Yeah, that's why they call him the Bull Moose. In fact, he started a third party called the Bull Moose Party because it's going to take more than that to stop a bull moose, is what he said. And it was the speech that actually protected him. He had that speech in his pocket, and that speech caught the bullet. That folded up speech was what stopped the bullet. I mean, the bullet still penetrated, but anyways. Christy Klon says, could massive industries be pumping price to surge the market to lose ounces of private people grabbing the gain only to hammer it to nothing for them to buy or dirt from now on? I don't know. I don't know that industry has an effect that the bullion market does, or the big bullion banks do, but anyways. Very good. All right. You guys are great. Let's see here. Let's see what we've got with this next comment here. Let's get this posted. And he says, destroy the dollar and therefore get rid of the Federal Reserve Bank. Trump is a smart man. Dropping the rates will accomplish that. Okay. Maybe there's something else there. But, again, my guess is that Jerome Powell is going to do the exact opposite of what Trump wants him to do, just for spite. Let's see here. The 2025 American Silver Eagle Army Privy. I understand it's a remind me status now. So I don't know what's going on with it, if they'll have it for sale again. But it's got a fairly large mintage. I went ahead and bought one just because there's a limited mintage of one, or not limited mintage, limited availability. So I don't know what the deal is. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. We'll keep an eye on it. And let's see here. But so far, let's take a look at the markets again and see where they're at. And then we'll see if there's anything new coming out of Iran and Israel. But let's see what we've got here with the spot prices of gold and silver. Silver up a nickel right now, holding on to some gains now. And silver's up $13.96. I mean, for gold. $13.96 for gold. Silver up a nickel. Platinum up 8. Palladium up $6. So we're seeing silver trade in cent increments there. And for sure, interesting indeed. So that's where the markets are resting at this point in time. And let's see what we've got. Let's get over here to this. See what's happening with the newest updates out of Iran. Trump says that there's a good chance that a deal reached between Israel and Iran, but sometimes they have to fight it out. All right. He says, while President Donald Trump said Sunday that he wants to see a deal reached between Israel and Iran, and that he believes there's a good chance of that happening, he told reporters that sometimes they have to fight it out. That's how he plans to de-escalate the intensifying conflict between the two nations. Trump said, hope there's going to be a deal. I think it's time for a deal, and we'll see what happens, but sometimes they got to fight it out. I think there's a good chance there will be a deal. Let's see here. An early warning of Iranian missiles drags as Israel strikes missile sites in Iran. So more than an hour after Israel's Home Front Command told residents across Israel to remain close to bomb shelters in anticipation of another Iranian barrage, air raid sirens had yet to be triggered as the Israeli military said it was striking missile launch sites in Iran. The early warning is intended to give Israelis 15 to 30 minutes before air raid sirens are triggered. But more than an hour later, no incoming missiles have been detected, suggesting Israeli airstrikes in Iran may have disrupted Iranian missile launches. Israel's Home Front Command has not rescinded its early warning, indicating Iran still may manage to fire missiles. So that's what we're waiting on. This could be a pivotal moment. If they've struck in their ability to launch missiles, that could essentially render Iran completely inept and inert and flaccid during this time. We'll see. But we'll see. I mean, it's not for sure yet exactly what's happening. But yes. Okay. Let's see. That's the very latest. We'll keep an eye on that. For sure. And there's where the markets are right now. Let's see what we've got here. From Minty Fresh Tunes. Interesting name there. Let's get this here. We can make this happen. We've got to get progress our way through this broadcast here tonight and see what Minty Fresh Tunes has to say. Trump keeps saying he can get rid of petulant Powell. If that's the case, he should do it already. Well, I don't think legally he can. It sounds like he might use back channels that are going to pressure him out, but then appoint someone who's willing to do an audit. All of that happening, of course, when hell is freezing over while pigs are flying overhead. Yes, indeed, that's right. We'll see what happens. All right. Very good. And we've got Richard Metcalf says, why did the police officer sit on the golden toilet? He was doing his duty. That's right, exactly. I love it. But in Dom. All right, rockin', talk about the motherlode commode. That's right, exactly. Love it. I figured you guys would come up with some good puns on that one. Stacker Factor, Boeing planes dropping out of the sky is the big news that I'm getting buried. Oh, wow. Boeing planes dropping out of the sky is getting buried. Well, I heard about the Indian jetliner that crashed. Unless there's something new from that, I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, crazy. All right. And let's see here. Let's refresh this and see what we've got happening. There, let's see. More news on that barrage that I think somebody said in here that Israel has been barely touched by it. But Iran launched a new salvo of missiles and drones at Israel late in Sunday. According to state media, the operation, dubbed Operation True Promise 3, included hundreds of various ballistic missiles targeting residential buildings and infrastructure in Israel. Semi-official Iranian news media Mer News reported. And so that was the latest that has happened there. And of course, the launches that they have made against finding, looking at signatures from where these missiles were launched through surveillance technology, they've been able to knock out some in western and in central Iran, some of these sites. So they may have rendered Iran inept. I don't know. We can only hope. We'll see how this plays out. But do not do not underestimate what Iran can do. Likely, probably they have contingencies here. And they do have, apparently, only about 5% of the missiles that Iran has have been launched so far, from what I understand. Fred Fond says, Bibi is working real hard to shoot gold's value to the moon, too. Yes, very well could be. We shall see what happens. All right. There you go, Brian. Solid number 2. I love it. Exactly right. Okay. And let's peruse our way through and see what we've got with this comment from Wicked Sticky Flowers. You went the parade. Ah, I'm jealous. No, I did not go to the parade. I did not see the parade. Mrs. Sal, you're a rapper now. There you go. I'm a Buckshot George. I'm a rapper. I'm a knee slapper and a rapper. That's right, exactly. And let's see what we've got through the last way here. These scammers are getting smarter, mentioning gold and platinum. But we know the deal. And we can get rid of them here. Toker Talk here. Platinum naysayers will be boat missers. It's about to destroy both gold and silver in price performance. It very well could. You never know. Never know. Let's see what we've got here. DD Prepper, Fort Knox. When are we going to see it? Never, I know. We've been holding out hope for that for a long time. But Trump is pretty busy right now. So my guess is we have to wait a bit. Dean R says, I'm going to play devil's advocate. What if the goal is to crash the dollar? That very well could be, Dean. I didn't think about that. But Trump had mentioned that he does want a weaker dollar. I don't know necessarily about crashing it, but anyways. But yeah. And that definitely would weaken it. Which may help trading partners in deals. I don't know. We'll see here. Gone Marbles is here. Better late than never. Glad you're here. Appreciate you joining us tonight. If you're new here, or if you're a regular watcher and not a subscriber, I would love to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Yes, indeed. Hope you will consider doing that tonight. Ryan DeClue says this. Unless the USA goes back to a precious metal standards, I'm talking about using gold, silver, platinum, nickel, and copper, and massive reserves. U.S. financial dominance will be lost, guaranteed. All right. Well, I tell you, we supposedly have the largest gold reserves, 8,133 tons, but we need to kind of get some clarification of that and a little bit of assurance that we actually have that gold. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. We've got Mr. Todd DeLarone with a comment on this, and we'll take a look at the markets after this comment. He says, Sal, you're an intelligent man, but the silver standard for money is long gone. Here's why. If the world economy fails and just a handful of countries break the derivative spider, we'll have actually outright fails if the economy world would fail too. This is where gold and silver standard would come to save the day. But that won't happen. They will simply create a new system breaking away from the Eurodollar model. This is why folks are rightfully afraid of some draconian CBDC. So why is gold going up in price? It's simple. During a crash, gold will always have a bid someone's willing to pay. I might lose much of its value, but someone is always going to buy gold all the day. Well, central banks is key in that. Only that argument is a mix of fiat currency, but backed with fractional amount of precious metal, so it will never be worthless. And why is it that, Sal? It is because we turn the entire U.S. debt and silver, and the price would be over $1,000 an ounce. Yeah. Well, yeah, they want to control the system. What they want is something that can control you, which is why CBDC is what they're going to be doing. So I'm not saying that silver is going to become standard money anytime soon, but it will be alternative money, especially since states are turning to it now. And I've talked about that ad nauseum. That news. Marvin, welcome, Marvin. Good to see you. Good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. Watching these markets. Cut spending instead of lower rates. Exactly. Be responsible. That would make the most sense. And right now, we're looking at the markets, and the markets indeed are reacting, but they're also normalizing tonight. Still in positive territory. Gold up $14.50. $3,447.80. Silver up 4 cents tonight. $36.37. Platinum is up 5. Palladium is now up 7 tonight. So there it is. All right. You guys are awesome. So there we see the markets moving tonight. Yes, indeed. All right. Up, but kind of normalizing. Consolidating around this period. Yes, indeed. All right. Where are we at here? Mark Razor is with us tonight as well. Watch these markets move. Silver now up 4 cents, 0.12%. Gold still outperforming silver tonight, but somewhat to be expected. And so far, right now, with that trading, we are seeing the dollar index up slightly, 0.16. And both gold and silver are up. No movement on crude oil yet. There it is. All right, we've got James O'Neill Brown. Says that heavy metal had him disappointed. Platinum been going down for years. Been down for years on a platinum coin I bought in 2021. Now I'm in the good with it. Watching platinum like a hawk now. Hopefully score a big profit and give this beautiful tree of life a good home. Only 333 of these were made. Nice. Very cool. Just remember, with platinum, it's a very narrow market. So you got to be able to know where you can sell it. But yep, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Look at the markets again. Gold up $14.68 tonight. $3,448.66. Silver up a nickel, $36.40. Platinum up $6 at $12.44. Earlier in the night, if you were here, we saw platinum spike up $20 in an instant. It was crazy. And palladium is up 7 tonight. This might be near the high for palladium tonight. So there it is. What a move. And so far right now, I don't think we have anything new on Iran. And because I think we may have reached a very decisive point in the Iran-Israel conflict that could actually lead to a very desperate move by Iran. And I'm going to cover what that is in tomorrow's video. You're not going to want to miss tomorrow's video on that. Very important. Yes, indeed. Well, very good, folks. We've watched these markets tonight. It's been an interesting move for sure. And you guys have been amazing here tonight. And I've left a, J.M. Unleashed has left a link to a video to check out for you on what Trump could cause gold and silver to skyrocket if he gets his way. So I hope you will check that out. Also, hope you will check out my video about the toilet. Yes, indeed. The weirdest gold heist case ever. I want to check that out. Very good. All right. Well, folks, I think we've come to the end of the broadcast here tonight. Caught up on the comments. Been going for about an hour and 45 minutes here. Thereabouts. And thank you so much for being here tonight. You guys are awesome. And I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. We're going to be back here on Tuesday night, so I hope you will join me then. I hope you will check out both the videos that I posted today. So have a wonderful evening, all. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice to keep your feet on the stars. Keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.